Hello, and welcome everybody to Chalkcast episode number 104. We are joined by none other than the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend, Archie. Welcome in.
He's back. Thank you, bro. I'm back.
It's good to have you.
It's been a while, actually.
It has been a bit.
You've been shit for a while. That's why, Archie.
Yeah, and that gets right into our first topic. How the fuck did you go 12-0? Can you please let the fans know what happened?
To be honest, when I look back, I'm realizing we shouldn't have conceded many goals. Like some of the goals we conceded were kind of like troll goals, like redemption. We should have perfect swept them. To be honest, and I'm not even joking when I say it's like the game against KC should have been a perfect sweep.
A perfect sweep.
Game one we conceded was because I missed an open net, like the easiest open net of all time.
That was hilarious. I do remember that one actually.
And then game two, they scored off a kickoff goal where Joe just got a terrible touch. Like we just gave him a goal, and then the second goal was the same thing. Like they scored an open net. Like I'm not even joking. Like that could have easily been a perfect sweep.
Yeah, but the thing is, how have you guys gone from being like a top 6, top 8 team to we should have perfect swept KC? Like is it literally just jump on a Batmobile and release the brakes? Like what happened?
Okay, you're bigging us up there because we were not top 8. We were like top 12.
Yeah,
sure.
Going into the season, I'd say everyone had you kind of 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
going into the season, I thought we was like 4. I thought we were 4 going into the season, like from scrims.
That's fair, yeah.
I thought like teams above us was NiP, Vitality, KC. But after Regional 2, we were definitely like 9th, 8th max.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were garbage. Like you should have seen if you like look at our wins in Regional 1 and 2, like it's embarrassing. Like we only beat literal like top 16 teams. Like we beat JJ Rocks once, Synergy. Who else did we beat? We're actually terrible. Like, and we lost 100% twice. Gentlemates. We weren't even beating the top 4. We were losing to the top 8 teams as well, bro. Like we were awful. Like I don't know. Then Oli put the Batmobile on, and we started winning games easily.
When you saw him pull up in the Batmobile, was it a surprise? Did you know that was going to happen?
I would have thought it's over.
So we played with Vitality the first match upper bracket in a group stage. We kind of just like we had no gameplay plan whatsoever. We just started like chasing. We said let's just ball chase every ball. Let's go full confidence mode. And like we did it at times, and when we did it, we scored. And when we started sitting off and turning, we conceded every single time. And we lost series, but we weren't too mad. Like we were like, we actually played pretty well, to be honest. We actually tried to win for once this season. Then lower bracket, we played against Bill, so kind of a troll series playing against Bill. So Oli was like, "Can I go bound Bill?" I was like, "Yeah, mate. Like honestly, do whatever you want. Like we need something, bruv." And then Joyo and Dominus as well. Joyo and Dominus first series. So it was a full troll series. Like we 3-0'd them because like they're terrible. Then we played Ascend, and I was like, Oli, honestly, yeah, the Batmobile's feeling nice. Gee, I'd keep it on.
But you saw Joyo get off the Dominus.
Nah, he got off himself because he was like, "Bro, this feels terrible." He was like, "Bro, this feels awful." I was like, "Yeah, mate, you look awful. You look awful, mate. Get off it." Then we played Ascend 2-0 up, and then they had the greatest defensive masterclass I've ever seen for 2 games. Beat us 1-0 both games, and then we go game 5. I'm like, "Oh lord, we're going out top 12." But we clutch up, we ice up. Then we play Vitality, and we're like, if we win, we're gonna have the easiest out of our bracket because we kind of calculate the brackets. We'd have to play like Redemption because before KC would obviously beat Redemption uppers, which they did, and then we'd play NiP or Dig semis because we knew we could still make major. Like, people saying we didn't care. Of course, we kind of had that like mentality of like not trying to put pressure on ourselves, but of course we cared because we're a professional team. And we play Vitality, and honestly, I think I beat Monkey Moon for the first time in about 2 years. So as soon as we won that match, I was like, bro, no way, bro. The stars were aligning. Like Oli was scoring dimes, Oli was scoring beautiful goals, dunking on Monkey Moon. I was like, bro, maybe we can do this. Then we play 100% top A game, and we have a crazy MENA block. Well, hopefully now there's no more MENA block, but we had a men's block against 100%. So went to game 7, very ropey series, very troll series. It was terrible, probably like terrible to watch in terms of like gameplay, but probably pretty exciting too. Clutch up there, big time clutch. You know, I hit a ball off the ceiling, double, back wall, Oli, Resi own goal. GG, win. Then play Redemption, easy 4-0. Then we bring out the AFK strat, kick off. Didn't work because Joyo backflips. Like, we was about to score. If we scored off that, that'd been the greatest kick off of all time. Then Dig, honestly, as soon as we played game one, we scored 7 goals. I knew we was gonna win. Like, it was too easy. Like the game one, like they didn't put up a fight in game one. Game 2, 3, 4, that was like more difficult because I think they kind of got a bit warmed up into the series, but was still pretty comfortable. And KC was comfortable as well. Like, I don't know, like no one really put pressure on us, in my opinion, except game 4 against KC where I was missing like every ball.
So do you think, from your perspective, that you guys had completely stepped it up like this time around, or do you think all the other teams just somehow slacked off?
Of course. I think the way we played was like super hard to play against. Like we were literally challenging every ball like instantly. Like no one had time to play against us.
I did notice, and I can't remember. I think it was the KC series. I ended up watching, I think, all of that, and every single midfield attack, like you guys were on every single thing, like every challenge. Like they couldn't get it past the first man a lot of times.
Yeah. I mean, we were just challenging everything. Like we just went for it. To be honest, like we literally. I mean, we went 3-0 up against KC, and then I literally was like, listen, guys, like they can easily win 4 games in a row. Like, let's reset because like we could have easily lost that series after that because we saw game 4. Like they started building pressure and stuff. We kind of scammed that game, to be honest. Like they could have scored 2-3 goals. But like honestly, like.
I don't know if you watched it back, but I could see it. You guys were sitting in net, and I was like, KC, this is going to be a goalie. KC getting frustrated. They're going to overcommit. I was like, they're going to overcommit. And it was just was it like an end-to-end open net? You guys just like got it the scammiest.
Yeah, Joey just hit off the wall, and then he just shot it.
Yeah, it was just in.
There it is.
You guys defended for ages, and Joey just like self-pass goal.
That was the old GK in that game 4. Like, you guys kind of just turtled in net.
But bro, I don't know why, but we just couldn't get out in that game. Like, we were kind of like double coming on defense quite a lot. Like, we were sometimes like cutting each other off when we didn't need to, for example. But like we stayed calm. Like, and when we got the goal, like we could have scored 2 more. I think after we got the first goal, like I remember Joe had an open net, and me and Oli were screaming for him to just take it, and he just faked it and said, "You, bruh." He asked me to go, and then this was when Atto. You remember when Atto like could have got the redirect upfield?
I do.
I don't know if you know, when we was 1-0 to us and like someone cleared it and then Atto had like a free redirect but he missed the ball.
Yeah.
I was like running, I was actually running back. But I remember that play, like you don't see it on the RLCS replay because of the POV you have, but Joe had a foot up in there. And he just didn't he just like turned ball off and didn't see it. Me and Oli were like screaming him to take it. And then I saw the ball go booming forward. I was like, nah, we're conceding. Like I thought it was a guaranteed goal, but he trolled, so
the stars aligned.
Yeah.
So you're saying after you beat Vitality, that's when you're thinking, hang on a minute, because you guys basically you came into that weekend going, we need to win this thing to get a tiebreaker minimum.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't scrimming.
Wait.
We weren't scrimming.
You said okay, you weren't scrimming. Why weren't you scrimming?
So let's take us back. So okay, so you're also a week of the regional, right? But let's go back further. So I'd say like the Thursday, maybe the Wednesday or Thursday of the week of the qualifier, right, which is the week before. We were like, bro, like, should we even scrim? Like, this is tragic. Like, we were getting dunked on every scrim, like 5-2, 6-1 scrims. Like, we were winning 1 game, maybe. Luckily, we were like, let's just take a break. So we took Friday off. I think we took Friday, maybe we took Thursday off as well. Thursday, Friday off. Like scrims. Then we scrimmed 1 time on Saturday. And then we didn't do a warm up for the qualifier. We didn't warm up. Like we just went into it and played.
And so for people wondering, so what does a warm up usually consist of? Outside of just messing about in free play, what's a warm up generally?
Well, you play against another team. And usually depends on the team because some of the French teams like to start an hour and 25 before this RLCS series starts. To like have a break before, and some like to start. Usually it's the hour before. Like if the RC starts at 4, you scrim at 3, like 3 p.m. Especially if it's guaranteed what time you're playing at, not like a advanced schedule, for example. So we we were meant to play Save the Game, but they didn't qualify. So like Nick was like, "Do you want to warm up?" I was like, "No, I don't think we need to warm up." Like, because honestly, like the scrims was like getting into our head a bit too much. Like the way we were playing, like we were overthinking the game too much, like the play style and everything. And like with the players we have, like it's the most confidence based thing ever. I think. Like, if we play with confidence, we can easily win. Like we showed it in Championship Sunday. Like no one took a game off us. Like KC looked like they might take one game, but that's it. Dignitas, no chance, and Redemption, obviously, no chance either.
Well, you beat them so badly that everybody thinks they threw, and I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
say this to take anything away from you or
Oh,
to
no, I know, everyone
actually
says it,
back
yeah.
up that claim. I just think it shows how badly you dominated that people think that there's a lot of people who actually think that there's a throw. People are analyzing the replays, looking at like what's happening, and they think it's that is really a throw.
I agree. Like, especially Dig and Case. I don't think they played to their best, but I literally think the way we played was so hard to play against that they couldn't get into the series and couldn't get comfortable. To be honest.
Not to like turn this into too much of a tangent, but on the warm up things, I do think it's quite interesting. The 1 hour warm up, that's pretty standard in Rocket League, and it has been for quite a long time, I believe. To do the 1 hour warm up scrim on LAN. There's 1 hour warm up scrim, then you've got to be ready at a certain time to go to prepare on the stage, and they can maybe mess about a little bit in free play on the stage. But what I've always wondered, 1 hour or I thought 1 hour is actually quite a long time, like to be warming up for anything competitive. And some players say that they need hours to warm up. I know players who say that they need multiple hours to warm up before they reach their speed. We played a speed the other day, CJ and I, and at like hour 3 or 4, he said, "Now I'm warmed up." That's when he's going to be playing his best, and that might be true. But it does cross me. It strikes me as a bit interesting that in Rocket League, teams and pros will mostly want to warm up for 1 hour. Then you look at professional athletes or just professionals in any competition. I think like 10-15 minutes is the general warm up. And it won't be like intense competition, like actual gaming, where you're going 11v11 in football, 5v5 in basketball. It's just like, throwing the ball around, kicking the ball around, loosening up. We're warming up for an hour. Do you think it's too long? Do you think it maybe helped you not to warm up?
As a scrim, I mean, obviously most people are on the game like 2-3 hours before, to be honest. Like I usually see most players on the game like at 2 p.m. if we start at 4. So like 2 hours before, like to be honest, like the scrim, like sometimes I'd say the first 30 minutes you don't go with full intensity comms. It's more like a mechanics warm up, and then like the last 20 is more like a full intensity, like full comm kind of thing. Well, that's like most teams I've been on kind of done that thing. I don't know like French teams or anything. But it's like I don't know. It's kind of nice. If your team needs that. But yeah, we didn't warm up. Like, I don't think we needed it. Because like the scrims was like honestly the scrims was making us worse because we were just getting like tilted. Like we was getting shit on, like we was getting tilted. Like
if a couple of people bring up some some true points in chat, saying physical versus mental, you can't warm up intensely for a physical activity because you're just going to lose your energy. But isn't there a degree where that's the same in a thing like Rocket League? Rocket League is a different type of energy. It's not, you see how fast the heart rates are going. I know people aren't like going, their hearts aren't going that fast in scrims. Actually, to be fair, maybe Archie's would be because we saw his heart rate monitor at FIFA E. But the heart rates are going crazy. That's burning calories. That's energy being used.
I'm telling you, after we played KC, I mean, when I didn't know I was breathing into the mic on the Archie's interview, my bad. But bro, I was tired after that KC because I'm not gonna lie,
it's tiring. Yeah, I mean,
that's like the most intense comms I think I ever did, to be honest.
It's you hear about chess players. Chess isn't a physical activity. It's like just a purely mental sport or game, whatever you want to call it. But that you hear about them burning so many thousand calories more than their resting calorie burn just by thinking. That's kind of what Rocket League will do. Plus the adrenaline rush, the increased heart rate. Even in like if you are just fully calm, chilled out in scrims, I think there's got to be like some kind of physical wear and tear. There has to be a benefit. Like you guys might have actually nailed something here because you intensely practiced for weeks for the previous RLCS events, scrimming, trying to do as much as possible. Then you took hours off before the last one. You didn't, put in any extra hours on the day even, and you had your best result. And I'm thinking that might have been like the deload. Like people train,
Yeah.
deload, compete. You might have
It's the
actually
thing in
got a
esports as
cheeky
well. I
deload.
know that when I was playing, we looked at warm-ups and some League of Legends teams at the time, the day before, they don't scrim, like, this isn't a blanket statement, but a lot of teams don't scrim the day before their tournament because they like to just come in, like, fresh, I guess. Like, they do all the work and then have a day off and then come straight into it. So that's kind of like a deload
It
thing.
takes a different kind of confidence to do that as well because you have to be confident in your work you've done to just be like, yeah, you know what, I'm ready. Don't need to grind another like however many hours of free play or like however many more scrims. So maybe there might be something to that, but only if the work has been done in the run up to the event. If there's just no work being done in the run up to the event, then you don't practice during the event. You're like, I don't think it's
I mean,
gonna work out too well.
we didn't do like, so like that was a qualifier. We didn't do warms, and then the week of the regional, Monday we didn't play. We took a day off. Tuesday we did one scrim. Wednesday
Yeah.
we took the day off because then we went to boot camp. Thursday we did one scrim. Then Friday we did the warm up. Like, although we didn't really want to do the warm up, but Nick booked it, so we did it. But that was with Gentlemates, and
Yeah.
they like to do like a warm up 45, so it's an hour and then a 15-minute break. So yeah, we did like 45 minutes, 50 minutes against them, but we kind of just didn't take it too serious. Like, kind of had a joke with it. Didn't want to get, wanted to keep the vibes up before the regional started. We didn't want to get like tilted about how we were playing before the regional started. So yeah, then we started, dominating from there.
Interesting.
I feel like it's I don't know, what it looked like to me on the pitch was more, well, you guys just got to run on. Like, as you said, you got the confidence, and then especially the 4-0 against Redemption on the Sunday. And then I think you're kind of just playing teams that, like, I've kind of been in this situation where you're not really, Dig and KC, they're not playing for as much. Obviously, KC is still playing for the perfect split, but you guys obviously changed your play style. You went full ball chasing. You're like, game one with Dig, they probably went into it like, all right, let's get into it, like into the motions, but they've obviously already qualified. Then you guys you're just on every ball. You're just smacking them. You win 7-1, and they would have been like, what the hell are they? Look at these guys. What is this? Like, this isn't the GK that we know. And I reckon quickly, like, that series got away from them because they just didn't look like they'd warmed up. They were ready, and you guys just kept putting the foot down. And then I think a similar thing with KC. You guys just kept rolling. Like, you almost took the pressure that was on you guys and turned it into a positive because you just looked like you guys were the ones that actually were out there to do something, and the other teams were just playing, and just like, oh, we'll just see what happens. And you guys just took it to every team. So I feel like you actually turned the pressure of we have to win the event into actually we're the only ones that like want to do something here. Like, everyone else is kind of just playing some rock. They've already qualified for the major.
Oh, for sure.
You guys are like killers out there.
I mean, we weren't like, to be honest, like as soon as we got to the final, I was like, who cares about a major? Like, let's win the regional. To be honest, like, bro, I didn't really care about the major at that point. We just wanted to win. Like, we thought we had a big chance to win. To be honest, with how we were playing, so we kind of took the momentum, and we lost our momentum because we had a 50-minute break as well after being Dig, like destroying Dig. Like, we had people say KC lost momentum, but so did we. Like, we just came off a 4 against Dig, like destroying them, and we had to take a long break as well. So yeah, like I think it was pretty equal fair, like in the final, and we just started off hot, like 3-0 game one start, and then same in game two. We just started with 3 goals in both games. Like, then the other 2 games were a bit closer, but I think the first 2 games we just kind of like set the tone. To be honest,
Dominated. Well, what about, I guess, around the grounds then? Because you guys stole a spot as well. You stole NiP's spot. What were your thoughts on, I guess, the other teams? Everyone's kind of already talked about KC. Dig are a little bit troll that game, but obviously they're at the major. Vitality as well. But NiP, I think Gentlemates as well. I think you on first touch were critical on Gentlemates. What were your thoughts on their split?
like Gentlemates is not weird because like they're decent, but they just don't. I feel like they just don't have enough like firepower like to win. To be honest, like They're all good. They're all really good players, like individually, but as a team, I just don't think they have enough to win like events. Like, to be honest, I think their floor could be really high, but their ceiling is like quite low. To be honest,
The thing is, they might still be good on LAN, but we'll just never know
oh
because
for
they
sure,
didn't
like
make
they're
it.
probably a better LAN team, but
Yeah,
like
that's a weird thing because last year they weren't good online either. They were
yeah,
clearly
and
the
that's why the move
worst team.
didn't make sense to me. The move
Mm.
didn't make much sense because like they were clearly the fourth best team in EU on LAN, online, sorry, and then even then, like I think if we had me Oski Joyo from the first split, like they wouldn't have made the first LAN. I'll be honest.
So the rumor was they were playing with, or the Gentlemates were trying out like Oski Itachi as a duo with
Yeah.
Seiko, and then they were also trying out Juicy and Redilson with Seiko. Did you play those different combos?
Well, I was on holiday, so
Ah,
all I knew was Oski wanted to leave the team.
right, all right, all
But
right.
like I would say, like if you had the chance to not to pick Oski and you didn't pick Oski, I think that's just the biggest troll ever. To be honest.
All right,
Like,
when you say Oski wanted to leave the team, he didn't want to play with that, like you after those tryouts, he was like, nah.
oh no,
Or what?
I don't know. Well, maybe I do know, maybe I don't know, but I don't
Or
know
you
his
just know that he
intentions.
wanted to leave your team.
Yeah, my team,
Oh, okay,
right?
your
And
team got it.
he
Right.
told me like he was going to do trials for teams.
Mhm.
So obviously I didn't scrim like against any of these like trials. Um, so, but like if I was Gentlemates and I had the option to take Oski and I didn't take Oski, like I think that's just like so stupid.
Well,
I
what you're
think he's
describing, it makes sense. Yeah,
I
because
think
you
he's by
say they
far the
don't
best. I think he's by far the best option like that was available.
for like what they needed, like the
Yeah,
firepower.
I mean, if you're saying Itachi, Oski, Juicy, Radisson, right, and Seiko's guaranteed, like Oski's by far the best player out of those four.
Mhm.
And like now you need to be as good online as you are on LAN. And Oski's good online and LAN. So I don't know why you wouldn't take Oski, to be honest.
What about Oski's current team? Because you ruined his birthday, by the way, on that Sunday.
Yeah, no, I feel bad.
Yeah, that was tough.
I still think they look like a pretty good team. You guys just pinched it. You won an event, they didn't. So what are your thoughts on NIP?
I think they're good for sure, but I think they just have some issues. I mean, like the reason like they just lost some important series to Dig twice. The two top 6 series, like they lost twice in uppers to Dig. And obviously they lost to Vitali recently, but
You
I
think they're
think
better than Dig still?
I mean, I thought they should easily beat Dig, to be honest with you. Like both times seeing their matchup, I'm like, okay, NIP gonna win like 4-1 and Dig win both like quite easily.
Mm.
Like I don't know if Dig just like is like a play style thing that just counters them, but like when I play in scrims, NIP's better. Maybe it's a Pioneer Jack masterclass.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, they have close matches. It's not like Digger just completely wiping the floor with them. They do
Yeah, but
have
it's no
close.
game 7. There's no game 7s, right?
Yeah, there's no
It's
game
only
7.
Game 6
Yeah.
or game 5. Yeah.
I think was it really 4-1? I thought it was maybe
No,
you're
it was
right.
4-2, 4-2 for sure.
4-2?
But
Yeah.
maybe the first one was 4-1, but yeah, it's kind of crazy to me that NIP didn't at least take one, and that's what killed them. Obviously, like they lost 2 big series, clutch series against Dig, which gave us a chance to overtake them.
It's interesting. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of teams kind of have trouble. Well, apart from KC are the only team all season until you guys played them, who had no issue playing the exact same way, regardless of the scoreline, regardless of the matchup. They're just like attack, aggression, and it worked up until you guys played them, and you kind of did the same thing or similar thing, early in the series especially. But a lot of other teams have had moments where they're able to do that, even NIP, but then they can't sustain it. Like it'll last one game, next game they're kind of KG, more like bottled aggression, not really like going in the same way. I'm seeing it in NA, seeing it in EU, not so much in MENA, but that's not really a problem for MENA historically. But why do you think that is? Why do you think teams are not able to sustain or reproduce a play style?
Well, we kind of had it as well because we had to play them both times in the 3-0 round in quals, like both for Open 1 and 2. And we had like started so well against them both times. I think we were 1-0 both times, or even like 1-1, and we was like close to winning the second game. And we had the same thing where we just like we get scared to win. Like we take a lead, and then we get scared, and then they just come back because KC is like the only team in like EU that if you like actually like make a mistake, they'll just punish you instantly. Like they're that good.
Mhm.
I mean, I think Drali's the best player in the game, like easily. So he's always playing good, and then like they all just like I don't know, like you make one mistake and they actually just score. Like it's actually not even a joke.
Mhm.
But like if you just don't get scared and play confident, like they're definitely beatable, in my opinion.
You're the only one to do it. Is the thing. So
I mean,
why do you
they have
think no
aura,
one
though.
else can do it?
No, they have aura. Like it's like a kind of thing. Like when you see a team's winning, when you're like,
Mhm.
we can't beat them. Like you go into it, you lose one game, you're like, oh god, like
Here we go again.
yeah, they just dominate you. They're in your half, just pressuring you the whole time. Like when I watch Vitality, like Vitality just rumble like every time against KC as well. I don't know. They have. I think like the like play style is good. So, but against us, I don't know. Like it was kind of easy because they kept going all in. I think like they didn't really respect us that much. It kind of felt like they thought we were gonna be free. So the way they played was like over aggressive. Like you saw the amount of goals I scored with just open nets. Like I just beat one in, and I'm like, bro, like how? Like the one on the game 2-1, like for example, where I just hit it off the just corner and it's just in. Like it's so random to me, but I think they were just like diving us every ball, and we kind of just like hit it around them every time. And another thing is like I think our kickoffs were like OP.
No, your kickoffs are actually OP. You're spamming the like point blank cheat diagonal fake
Yeah.
and the double
Yeah,
kickoffs.
I called a kickoff every single time. Every kickoff we
beautiful.
did a kickoff. Yeah.
It's a thing of beauty.
What
They
about
tried
the
countering
AF
as well.
kickoff?
Yeah, well, we was never gonna do that against KC. Like
Yeah, it was so
risky.
kind you
There
didn't
was,
do
the
it.
funny thing about it is there was people actually like, I don't know if it was a Reddit thread or just comments like, wait, this is actually really good. And it's like, well, no, it's not. It's
No,
just the
it's
same as
not.
going
It's
back
bad.
corner and both grabbing boost. You have no one with boost.
Yeah,
Feel like, wait, this is
it's
perfect.
definitely
Like
bad.
you've got 3 people in net. I was like, there's no difference in 2 people grabbing back corner boost and someone slow cheating.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just a bad version of like
It's
leaving
funny
the ball,
though
but
because
it's
it catches
hilarious.
people out. Like,
yeah,
oh my god,
exactly.
everyone
It does catch people out. Like people like don't know what to do. Like
Yeah, they actually didn't know what to do. They're just like, what is that? Also, you're kind of like potentially preying on teams' good nature because they're like, oh, let's wait.
yeah,
They've
let's stop. Yeah, let's stop playing. Exactly.
They've
Exactly.
clearly
Exactly.
TC'd, and then
I
you
mean,
just start moving
it's
again.
true. It's true. It's true. Like they could just stop playing. We just go score.
You know, I think if you guys kept doing that, I do genuinely think that they would ban this strategy. I
Ye-
think RLCS would ban it.
Yeah.
Because
You need to do a
it's-
full DC kickoff where right when kickoff goes, you all turn in a circle to the right. Like it's one of those actual DCs.
It's hard stuff. It will last before.
That's really good.
Well,
Well,
actually,
the
on
problem
on the
is,
kickoff play,
is like if you know, as Johnny said, it opens up a can of worms where if you do get scored on, you can literally just claim it's a DC,
Yeah, of
and it's
course.
obvious because 3 people aren't moving,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
also
you
you could
can
just
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
It's like a
that's true.
free
That's
win.
true.
I think there's logs that might disprove that, but I'd be down to put it to the test.
I
Oh.
think they're going to ban it if you guys keep doing it because
I mean, we only went
yeah,
one,
it's
we
just
went 1 for 1. Like
confusing.
we only conceded 1, and that was because Joyo trolled. Like
Yeah, he just backflipped because he panicked because he's probably not been in that position. It's really weird how that happens.
we didn't.
Like, when
I
you
don't
try
think.
and you
No, we did in scrims. We've done it in scrims a couple of times.
have you done it?
Yeah,
But when
like,
you're in a weird position like that where you're not used to what's happening, it's so much more like easy to have just a brain malfunction and do that.
yeah,
It happens on like it used to happen a lot with the half flip kickoff. Teams would just do it and immediately concede because nobody would like relax. They would just freak out because it's something weird, even though it's a position similar to what they've played tens of thousands of times. You know, it's just like, okay, we have 2 players in defense with 100 boost and somebody else pressuring the ball. No big deal, right? But because it's in a kickoff, everybody just freaks out. No, not anymore though. Now teams are actually using that as like a safe strat. It's like, oh, we're up by 1, 10 seconds to go, double half flip. We got all the boost. What are they gonna do?
I mean, teams are scared to do kickoffs. To be honest with you, we're the only team that was like not scared to do kickoffs, in my opinion.
KC have done quite a few.
Of course, but like they don't do it in like a risky situation. We were doing the fake kickoff when we were literally 1-0 up with like 20 seconds left. Like
Yeah, that's
we did
good.
against KC, and we also like we countered them because they tried as well. Like, I mean, they tried countering us on the fake kickoff, but we read what they do, what each of the players do on on like the follow, so or like the kickoff, so it was kind of easy for us to counter them back. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, like it was just fun. Like we were just trying everything. And honestly, that we also trolled some kickoffs, especially against Vitality in the first match, because I was just saying random things, and one time Joy went
What was
Oli.
it?
Did not
3-1,
understand.
three wide, just yelling random shit, or was it...
No. I was saying actual kickoff, but like one time they got confused, and both of them just drove forward and then drove back. Like they thought they had to go for ball, then they thought they had to go for back boost, and they just like stood still, and then they just scored an opener. And I was like, oh,
That's
unlucky.
really good.
Unlucky, bro.
That's good.
So we were trying kickoffs off the dome, bro. We was like, yeah, let's try it. Let's try it.
That's sick. I love it.
Love it. Well, I guess while we're wrapping up EU, one of the big topics, we haven't really talked about Vitality much, but they're kind of just doing their thing. Zen from Vitality is kind of in the news at the moment, probably not for the greatest of reasons, poor Zenny. He had a 1v1 series. I think Fear was running some 1v1 show matches, and the last one of those was a $500 show match with Zen taking on Naopo, which Naopo got the chocolates. He won that one, and obviously there was a lot of people watching, a lot of MENA fans, a lot of French fans, and he was copping a bit of abuse, I guess, from the MENA fans afterwards and in the Twitch chat during the series. And he was streaming as well, I believe. He was streaming his POV of the 1v1, and he kind of just blew up a bit on stream. Obviously didn't love the backlash. He was getting on his stream, and I think he just left his computer and left the stream on for like an hour, like black screen.
And he wasn't running ads or anything. It was just on.
Yeah, he just left it on, and basically he just left his PC. And so everyone was a bit worried about his welfare and stuff like that on stream. And then we had a few tweets as well come out from it. Cassio, the coach of Vitality, said, Good evening, everyone. I had news from Alexis. Don't worry, I'm still in communication with him. Alexis, obviously being Zen. The team and his loved ones are there for him too. You probably heard or were present during the show match incident last night. The most important thing is that Alexis feels a bit better and that he's not alone in this ordeal. The mental health of players is essential, and for players with so much exposure, it is very complicated to know how to deal with these events and behaviours that are all too present. Added to the pressure that players impose on themselves on a daily basis to be at the highest level, I thank you for the support you're able to send, Alexis, and wish you a good evening. I think there's a screenshot somewhere of like Zen commenting or in his own chat. GC, you've got all. Can you link all those tweets
chat or something, right? It was
maybe it's in
someone's
chat.
But yeah, while we're looking for that tweet, it's pronounced Alexi. Okay, silent S. Apparently, that's good to know. Yeah. So the situation was he was streaming his POV of the show match against Naopo, and I think he just had his chat like open for anyone, like no sub mode or anything, just like 7,000 people watching, free for all in the chat. Okay, you've got the tweet.
Yeah, he said in his own chat, okay, now for the KSA, why do you hate me? What did I do to you? Just at FIFA, you were there spitting on me and trashing me. What did I do to deserve this? You don't want to live your life. Let me live mine.
We have to also clarify that the spitting on me is not literal. It's a
like
mistranslation, or it's like a saying in French that when translated translates to spitting on me, but it just means like making fun of me or the equivalent, I believe. It's not literal. So that's important.
A plus. That's a plus.
It's like it's words. Yeah, words, not physical spit. Which would be
I think
a different level.
Something to kind of, I guess, not, Zen, you kind of just see him on the pitch, but I remember the Boston Major, the first event, like you quickly forget, well, you don't forget because everyone knows he's a kid as well, but he's literally a kid. Like he's not exposed, he's just been thrown, I guess, into the limelight because of how good he is at Rock. But I remember at the Boston Major, before one of the matches, like he gets so nervous playing, which probably people don't realize as well. But a lot of people get nervous, they just deal with it. He got so nervous, he was like in tears. Farah was out the back trying to console him pre-game because he just was feeling the pressure of having to perform. So he definitely like rides the highs and the lows.
It's stressful,
heavily. Zen with that, and then obviously, there is a lot of pressure on him from the French community, but also, when you're copping a bit of backlash as well. which did happen at FIFA E. Like I witnessed it after when they were like walking to their shuttle, you know, people saying comments and stuff, which, you know, some people can deal with it better than others. And that's not like something that's bad on Zen. You just got to remember that this is a kid. Like you see him on the pitch and, you know, he's got the aura, you know, it's this superstar of Zen, but he is just a kid still. And it's tough. It's tough being in that position. And yeah, he's copping probably more than his fair share just for playing some rock. Like he's never really been toxic or anything. I guess he, you know, you see the in-game chat and stuff that he's posting, but
couple ranked quick chats every now and then.
I mean, see, I think one of the problems here with the MENA and the French community, because this happens a lot. I've posted a ton of MENA / for KSA, like Saudi / France show matches in the past, like so many. And it's like a really, really intense rivalry between the two nations. But I think a large part of it is the language barrier. Like they cannot communicate with each other because you're talking about two fan bases whose, you know, second language is, I don't even know if they really, a lot of them have a second language. Like they maybe speak a little bit of English each, but the English that both of them speaks, they don't understand the other person's English because it's not they're not fluent. So they can't communicate. You just have two fan bases who are unable to communicate effectively with each other. It's naturally going to lead to lots of, like, you know, arguments. Happens in like ranked, happens in Twitch chat, stuff like the streams when they're just playing ranked. So yeah, when there's a show match with 7,000 people, I think it would have been smart to probably put that in sub mode chat. And it's definitely not a good idea for Zen or anyone, in my opinion, to have their Twitch chat visible when they play, because that's so impossible to like. I mean, you can't moderate that. How are you going to moderate 7,000 people? You're going to see something dumb. Like you're going to see, even if you tell, even no matter how much you tell yourself, I don't care what like some randoms on the internet say, you're going to see some idiotic comment and it's going to annoy you. It's just guaranteed. So I don't know. I think him streaming the show match is really smart from like a content standpoint, and you know, it's good for him to do that. I think he should definitely like turn off the chat or sub mode the chat, because otherwise you just can't moderate 7,000 people in chat. It's not possible. It's guaranteed to be toxic. Not to say that I'm trying to make excuses for the chat. I just know based on my experience, yeah, it's gonna happen. There will be bad eggs when you have 7,000 people watching
even though it feels like a large amount of people too, like this is still a small minority of that community as well. It's like a small amount of bad eggs are going to make it look like the entire community is bad, sort of thing as well.
Yeah, it doesn't take too many to make it seem like you have just so many people hating on you, because there's like 20 people or 100 people, I don't know how many, like typing comments, and they might not even realize what they're saying, because again, like they're trying to like talk trash, but they don't speak French. Maybe they're typing stuff in French using Google Translate, I'm not sure, but they yeah, they're gonna keep doing it, and the French people are gonna do it back. The French fans are gonna do it back when like oh man, the land in Leon. If this like catches traction, if the French community hear that this has happened, like the amount of abuse that the Saudi teams are gonna get in Leon is gonna be absurd.
As you said, it's always a small percentage, but the problem is that then you say like, oh, you know, all the MENA community are toxic, and then the guys that are good, like, whoa, me? Screw you! I'm not toxic. And then it kind of just snowballs, like, because you generalize and you see the small percentage, you think, oh, they're all doing this. All the French community hate the MENA community, you know, whatever, and then it kind of just
I swear, it's just the EU ranked server is so toxic, and it's like this in like every game, because you just have a massive like pot of all these different cultures and languages, and nobody can really communicate with each other or get each other's jokes. I know the MENA players and the MENA like fans and even high level players love to spam quick chat. Like you go down 1-0, you're getting what save spammed. Like people don't understand that they don't actually, they're not angrily going, yeah, what a save, idiot. They're just like, ha ha ha, what a save, do a little bit of trolling on the internet. But people get genuinely really mad about it. They get triple what I saved, and they're like, man, my day's ruined. This just sucks. I want to play anymore. It's different than that with the Zen situation, but I think it's just that with it's like the same kind of thing happening. Two fan bases not able to communicate, not understanding each other, and some bad eggs being way too far, like way over the line.
Yep. Let's just hope that Zen's all good and it clearly has a pretty
Yeah,
good support
yeah.
network around with obviously the vitality, I'd say, like army that they bring to, you know, he's got Casio, but also 3,000 other coaches, and that all will certainly throw their arms around him. So hopefully he's all good.
Yeah.
Archie, you cop a bit of flack from us and for having low hours and stuff. How do you kind of deal with the criticism?
Well, usually the hour stuff is fake because you guys saying I played a lot this regional, but this regional I actually had the least hours of the first two. So
Wait, when did we say that? You can't find the tape of us saying that we played. You played a lot.
hey,
There's
when
no
I say
way that we said that.
hey, when I say you, when I say you, I mean the whole casting.
See,
Oh, he's
generalization
generalizing.
again.
All
This
the
is how
casters
it
are
happens.
bad.
Screw you! I didn't say that.
Yeah, but listen. Okay, regional one. My Steam hours was 100 hours past two. Regional 2 was 90. Regional 3 was 60.
Nice. That's good. Deload.
Good
So,
deload.
It's the deload
so I wasn't
regional.
playing, but no, but I wasn't playing the first two. That's why we got top 8. Yeah.
So how do you do
Deload
with-
regional?
How
Who
does it
said
look
it?
like
Though?
it?
Who said that you've been grinding? I'll tell them. off.
Everyone Stumpy usually Stumpy. Stumpy's like, this guy must have hours now, bro. This guy's a merchant for that.
He's like a results merchant. It's like,
how
they're
do I
winning.
deal with it?
He's
I
got
mean,
his hours
to
up.
be honest, it's so like normal that honestly, like it's just funny now. It's just funny to be honest.
Yep.
So, but it depends on a person. Some people are quite emotional people, and it's not very nice to trash talk. But yeah, for me, I don't mind. It's like you can keep trash talking me on a broadcast. It's all good. It's all good, bro.
What about just like Reddit, like community
Reddit.
stuff like that?
I mean, I play League of Legends all day. I don't really look at Reddit.
You play League
Or
of
chats.
Legends?
Yeah,
One
I-
of us. One
mean,
of us.
yeah. I mean, I just play free play. I don't even play twos much because I get trash talking twos. If I got a French player on my team, they're forfeiting when we go 1-0 down. So I'm just like, yeah, what's the point?
I mean,
I just go.
why do you think that EU? Why I've given my take on why I think the EU server is so toxic. Why do you think the EU server is so toxic, Archie? What's going on?
I mean, because these guys are like, I don't know. These guys are tilted at everything, bro. Like, I'm like, it's never that deep, bro. Like, that's why I don't play twos because it's just so boring. Like, these guys are forfeit when I'm 1-0 down. We win the game 4-1. I forfeit, bro. I forfeit when we win it 4-1. I'm like, I don't want to win anymore. I want you to lose points. You deserve to lose points for giving up so easily. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like, they care too much. Like, I don't know. They go 1-0 down. They think they lost the game. It's embarrassing mentality, bro. It's an embarrassing mentality.
It's not good enough. Speaking of W mental, let's hop over the pond, Rizzo, to North America. And before we get into this weekend, we've got some tragic news.
Oh no, I
We
just
do.
saw it. Production just left a note in the group chat. No, wait. This is how I figure out? No, I'm kidding. There was a tweet. There was a tweet from an old buddy of mine. JKnaps has decided that this regional on when does it start? Friday, on the 28th, is gonna be his last regional. And he's gonna retire afterwards. A legend of the scene is gonna go missing.
He probably will go missing as well. I bet
He
JKnaps when
probably
he
will.
retires, he's actually just gonna like go and
Oh, he's in the
Fish.
Canadian wilderness.
He
he's
lives
just
up
like
in the
off
woods, so he's gone.
He's just fishing. You're not gonna see him in ranked. You're not gonna see him in streams. You're not gonna see him on the timeline. He's gone. Like he's just gonna be doing something
What
else.
do you think he'd
more
like
wholesome.
post rock? What's a JKnaps doing? Rizzo, you know him better than anyone. What do you think he could? What's his next career?
Surely fishing cabin.
What's his next career? I wouldn't know his next career. I would assume chilling, mud jumping, fishing. That's what he
Wait,
likes.
what's
It-
mud
Just
jumping?
genuine retirement,
What's
like
that?
real retirement.
I think real retirement. Yeah. Mud jumping. You get on your mud boots and you go jumping in the mud. What's the
Mud jumping.
What's to be confused
Okay, I'll
about
look this
that?
up. I mean, I guess the clue was in the name, but I thought there might be more to it. That's why I asked.
Never gone mud
Oh
jumping
yeah,
in the woods?
that does look like jumping in the mud in mud boots. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his favorite
Looks
pastimes.
fun. Is it actually?
I don't know. He said it one time, and Reed and I were like, "Mud jump? What the fuck are you talking
Mud
about?"
jump.
Just like you.
Yeah, see, you just made me feel like an idiot for asking, but you were
Well,
the same.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's obvious after I learned about it many years ago.
Yeah, I guess the clue's in the name. Guys, Google mud jumping, please. Like I'd love this. I want to see JKnaps tutorial on how to mud jump.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I don't think that JKnaps would stick with a presence online. You know, maybe every now and then just chill, vibe. I think he could possibly go into coaching. I think he might enjoy that. But other than that, I don't know. But on the bright side of that, we are going to try to get him on as a guest next week, so we can just ask him.
We can ask him.
Yeah, we do want to get him on. Have we asked him yet, or is this the
No,
ask?
we haven't
on the
asked
list
him, but we're still going to ask him.
This is
He'll
the
get
ask.
on.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Had him on
We're
before.
asking him now, right? I understand.
I don't know if we've had him on before.
Good to
We've
know.
had
No,
this shit.
we've
had,
never
like,
had him on.
Chicago Sathu back in the day, but yeah, it's sad. I think he's obviously got so close to a winning Worlds. Everyone kind of thought that second. No, it was the first Dallas. How many times have we been to Fort Worth? Everyone kind of thought that was the time, the BDS G2, and that was one of the worst finals I've ever seen. But everyone was kind of like, here we go. It's time for JKnaps to hoist that trophy. And this split, I don't think it was like, it wasn't really coming, I guess. It was a bit sudden, I guess. They hadn't really performed. They were round 5 of the group, or like the Swiss Sunday every single time. They didn't make the first one. They made the second. And have they made this main event as
Didn't
well?
they eliminate SSG?
Well, they
from
have
the
must have, 'cause he's
second one.
playing.
Yeah, they did.
They knocked SSG out last time.
And the first one, they went like to NRG. I think it was round 5 because NRG threw the
They
first
did.
event.
Yeah.
So they've had a
Tough
pretty
run.
tough run. Pioneers with JKnaps, still feels weird to say Pioneers in NA, but what do we think about the retirement? Obviously, he's had a massive career. You can kind of retire when you want, when you're that long.
He can
It's
retire
not,
when he
not
wants.
surprising.
Yeah, he could do what
but
he wants.
I think he's still got it. I think we saw glimpses on
Oh, yeah.
OG last season. What do you think, Archie? Think it was time?
I think he needs better teammates.
Fair enough.
I'm not even like bad teammates, but teammates with the right mentality, like that actually want to win. I've heard some things about his teammates, but and they don't want to win, respectfully. So I think if he had two, like, if he had 2 of the SSG guys on his team, that's like that'd be good, bro. To be honest, like, but I don't think the team right now is like. I don't think they want to win, bro. Like, if I was him, I'd probably quit too. Like, because like I just feel like there's no motivation to win there, and I think if he's not winning, I don't think he wants to play anymore. But it's kind of sad because this guy's one of the GOATs, bro, one of the best NA players of all time. And he was still making majors and worlds last year. Like, that's sad, bro. Like, but I think honestly, yeah, I think it's a good time to quit. Like,
I think he could do what he wants. It's JKnaps.
because I think it's better to quit now when you're on a high than quit when you're just in the slumps, bruv. Like, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, what a career. Like, to be honest, I think if he just got that world championship, then he could have said he achieved everything he wanted to.
I still think that he basically won an event that's the same level as a world championship. It's everything a Worlds is, but without the RLCS branding, like E-League.
Yeah, you could still say
I hate
you're
that,
the best
that
in the
Rizzo's
world.
here for this. I wish Rizzo was like AFK or something, so we don't have to compliment him. But yeah, you could say that that's
Pretty good
like
event.
a Worlds level event, and they did it by beating Gale Force, aka Dignitas, aka the greatest roster of all time. And yeah, JKnaps was immense that series. So I think having that on the shelf is gonna take the pain away from
There were
RLCS.
2 other players at that event. There were 2 other players.
Were there really?
Yeah, on that team.
JKnaps just wannabe 3'd that event, so that was good. I'm sure who he was playing with. I don't know, like, as you said, Archie, he was still, like as I said, he can retire whenever he wants. So whether it's, I just hope it's not fully like performance or anything, because I still think, you look at even you guys, Archie, I'm not going to throw the flame on, but like, what did Joyo go 950 days without winning a regionals, like nearly 700 days between you guys. Like, I think you can almost think, and obviously for JKnaps this split, like they don't make the first event, they just make the second one, but they get like go out in 12, like something like that. I think you can also think you're further away than you are. Like, you would have thought, Archie, you're probably a lot further away from where you are right now, and how quickly like one event can change it, like a mindset switch, a little play style switch. or sometimes it might just be a roster move. So I
mean,
hope he just, he's had enough. And it's not him thinking, oh, I'm not up to it anymore, because I still think he's there. Like, he's not like the most mechanical player in the world or something anymore. But I think we saw glimpses last season of a JKnaps that can still hang. But what a career. Yeah. Look forward to watching him this weekend.
A legend. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
Just
when
to
I
watch
say
him.
when I say he can retire whenever he wants, I mean like he's already achieved so much, and I don't think players there's like some kind of sentiment going around that players tarnish their legacy by continuing to play until the bitter end. I don't really see it that way though, to be honest. Like, I think it's no different than if somebody wants to retire on top, that's fine. Somebody wants to keep competing because they enjoy it, that's also fine. Somebody else to keep getting paid a salary to play, absolutely no problem with that. I think he could do what he wants. He's JKnaps, and if this is what he wants, then I think it's a good decision.
Just realised as well that Aqua has retired 2 people. It was Squishy, and now it's JKnaps. So he's my boy as well, but I don't know what he's doing. People want to stop playing the game with my boy Aqua. Obviously joking, but NA predictions this weekend, just quietly. Yep. Archie, you have absolutely lit a flame under Shopify Rebellion, or at least myself, because I'm thinking if GK can do it, why not us? Why not us this weekend? I mean, come on, a top 6 team just winning, just believe. Come on now.
Man, honestly, get me in the comments and I'll call the kickoff strats, bro. And I think they'll win.
I like that. I'll talk to more people.
But realistically, NRG are winning. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, there it goes.
I think Shopify might sneak a top 12.
see.
But no. But that's because of the bracket. They got a tough bracket, I'm pretty sure, right?
Well,
they do have a tough bracket, yeah.
They do have the Halo 2 Gibbs, but it's good because they have to jump 9 lives or Space Station now because Evo's out. And there one of the 3 teams has to be out in groups. So that's a W. If they're going to make it, they have to beat them anyway. So why not beat them here? So best case scenario is that a 9 lives gets kicked out of groups. And 9 lives have to beat Space Station or Shopify to go through, assuming they don't beat NRG round 1, which they probably could because NRG starts low. But it is the Halo 2 Gibbs group for sure. Yeah. Versus, not sure if you're aware of that, what happened last week with Halo 2 Gibbs, Archie, but we had Gibbs on the podcast and he was talking about his previous esports history, and how he's played he's played some Halo 2 Gears of War and stuff at a semi-pro level. At a LAN, he was one of the best players at Halo 2, reckons, at this event, and he was shitting on this guy, and then at the end realised that it was an 8-year-old deaf kid that he was...
No, I think he said. Did he not say that he knew the kid was deaf before he
he did.
Oh, did he know?
He knew the kid was deaf, and he was like, I was there to win. And then he was
like, did he adjust his game plan? He started sneaking. He started sneaking through corridors, vents. He knew the guy couldn't hear him coming.
No, he's just sprinting at him because he couldn't hear.
Yeah, he's just running up behind him. Like, Gibbs is savage, man. Absolute savage. Yeah, watch that. If you haven't caught that episode, I definitely recommend you check it out.
So instead of Hydrogen Bomb and Coughing Baby, it is now Halo 2 Gibbs and a Deaf Kid group. Yeah. So Group B is definitely Halo 2 Gibbs. What are our predictions, though? You've got NRG.
Well, what do to win a regional or to do a major?
Energy.
I think NRG will win. Yeah.
Energy, Ultimates, and Complete. Yeah, I think Energy are going to win again as well. Yeah, I've not seen enough from other teams. I think Ultimates could beat them. I think Ultimates are one team. I mean, SSG honestly could beat them. Their range is winning / last place, so they could probably beat them as well. But I don't think they will. I think Energy will win. They're not unbeatable though. But yeah, who makes major in 4th?
What is the top 3 guaranteed?
Well, okay. I think we're all thinking Ultimates, Complexity, NRG. I don't think anybody's putting any of those 3 teams out because they've been pretty consistently top 6.
Yeah, okay.
And they've got a points advantage already. So then the other ones are 9 lives, have a 2-point lead on SSG. 9 lives, Chicago's team, Chicago Kofer, and I forgot Talk.
Hoxer.
No, that's Hoxer, not Talk. Chicago Hoxer and Kofer. They have a 2 points lead ahead of SSG, and then I think there's another. Is it Shopify who are 2 points behind them?
Shopify are 5 points behind 9 lives.
Oh, they're 5 points behind.
Deleted are 4 points behind, and Gen G are 7 points behind 9 lives.
5 points.
5 points. So They
The
need
points
a win.
favourites then are 9 lives and SSG. 9 lives have a 2-point advantage on SSG. And then
So
Shopify are back and
I
further
don't know.
through.
Like what points do you get for top 6? Is it 5?
It goes 3,
2-point
5,
jumps.
7, 10, 15. So you get the 2 jumps up until
So
the top
Shopify
2.
realistically need a final, guaranteed.
They need a final or
Yeah.
well, win it.
Yeah, they pretty much need a final to get a tiebreak. If 9 lives finish 5th and Shopify are in the final, that's a tiebreak.
I just think that 4 seed NA is going to be pretty weak.
I think that Shopify getting the 9 lives group could be a good thing. Is there, CJ, have you looked at it? Is there a projected bracket that has 9 lives playing Shopify in the elimination match?
if Shopify round 1 beats, I can send you the screenshot. Actually, I'll put it to who did I send it to? So Rizzo can pull it up. Shout out to Cody V, of course. Who's
Jamie,
the
pull up
absolute
that
king.
video.
Because these groups of death are actually good for teams.
It's really
who
good.
need
If
to
Shopify
eliminate
beat Gas,
teams.
they play Garrett, Garrett, AJ, Squishy lineup. They'll then play
Jason,
Space
can't lose
Station. Yeah, and the loser of that would then play a 9 lives in the lower semi-final, assuming 9 lives lose to NRG in round 1.
Okay,
So you're going to get a
good-
Space Station 9 lives or or Shopify out.
So
in group.
Rebellion are either through already, and then they send Space Station down to handle 9 lives for them, or they just go down to handle 9 lives themselves. I think that's a really great draw for Shopify because they need 9 lives out of there as early as possible. Then they just have to make sure to finish ahead of Space Station in the playoff.
They can lose to Garrett, AJ, and Squishy.
Or they could lose then.
Rebellion's range is
the
like
bracket.
Space Stations. They can lose to anyone. So I think, yeah, it's possible. I agree.
I hope we get a tiebreaker. We didn't have it for EU.
What does Shop need? What does Shop need to make it? Like, what's the guarantee? Well, I don't. Is there a guarantee?
Winning mathematically.
Winning guarantees a tiebreaker because even if 9 lives comes second, if it's a Rebellion versus 9 lives in the grand final, I don't know what's happened in North America. That'd be pretty insane.
No,
but winning,
if they win, they're qualifying if they win. The mathematical solution is never really accurate.
Yeah.
If they
top
win,
2,
they're qualifying.
Top basically. 2, is at least a tiebreaker unless 9 lives are top 4, or Space Station are in the final, as well. So I think making a grand final is kind of what we're looking at. Unless but with this group, it could be a top 4. If it's Space Station. Say if 9 lives get knocked out in the group, Space Station beat them or we beat them, and then Space Station lose first round, we could get a top 4 and get a tiebreaker as well.
I would predict that if Shopify make the final, they probably qualify as well. Because I don't think Space Station will also make the final. If Shopify are in the final, I don't think the final is Shopify Space Station, I think it's probably Shopify. Wait, they're 3 points behind SSG, right? Maybe that's the tiebreak then.
Yeah, 3 points behind.
Yeah, final, they're qualled potentially or tiebreak. But if they don't get the final, they're in trouble. Shopify kind of need the final. I think
I don't know about SSG though. We were big on them going into the season, and they get that first event, the top 2. They don't make the second. They are wildly, and even in the third event, they were a little bit scratchy in the Swiss. Did they go 5 in this Swiss as well? I don't know about them anymore. I don't know what's going on. They're not the team that they look like they were round 1, open 1. I think they went 5.
I just feel like one of SSG and 9 lives is making top 6. I don't think they're both going out. So if one of them's making top 6, Shopify probably need to make the final. But there's no point thinking about that. If you're Shopify, just try and win the game.
Just win.
Try and win the game you're playing. These scenarios are for us to discuss. Shopify themselves just need to win whatever game they're in.
Space Station only lost to NRG and Complexity to go round 5, so they actually had a really tough Swiss.
Yeah, that's tough.
So we'll see. 9 lives lost to Tech, actually the Talk Tour team as well.
Tech actually beat the sign up this time, did they? They managed to sign up effectively. That's a big improvement from them.
W sign up beaten.
This format's criminal. This format's criminal.
What's criminal about the format?
The groups are just criminal.
Not Bruno. For the F word. He said the F word. We're into it.
There should never be a thing to I mean, for one, there should never be seeding games, in my opinion. Like, because you like losing can benefit you. So sometimes, so that's also one issue. And like, how can like the top like 8 seeds all be in the same group, Riff? Like, to be honest, if we didn't win a regional, I would never talk about it because we did terrible, right? But like, even look at our group last regional.
Yeah.
Us, Vitality, NiP, AC, Gentlemates, Ascend. Like what?
In a way, I'm with you. I think it's like it's a shock to see because you're like thinking this is that's a lot of good teams in one group, and you're right, it is. But the easy fix would be to seed it based on like what do you call it?
Points.
Points, not like the
Yeah.
one event
If it was
performance.
points, it was fine. If it's points, it's
Yeah.
fine. But like based off the previous like quarter, and you can literally get fucked over because you beat teams that do terrible, like in the Swiss.
Mhm. But then
Like,
I'm also thinking, let me put it to you like this: there are 3 events, there's 3 qualifiers, and they're
Yep.
all like they all combine to get someone to a major, and there's like so many different like chances. Basically, you can twist that into double elimination group. There's like you can lose a lot and still like go deep in the tournament. You can lose to so many different teams and still win like a tournament, like or go deep in 2 and have 1 troll regional. I'm thinking, what if we're just like now moving towards more of like an F1 thing? It's not like oh, Max Verstappen's crashed in quali, but we'll just put him P1 anyway because he's winning the Drivers' Championship. Nah, he's back of the grid, mate. He's 20th. Like, you start from the back, You did bad this weekend, you're at the back, So
I get
in
it
a
for
way, I'm
sure,
like,
but
I'm okay with it. If it was 1 qualifier to make the major and that is it, I think this would not be a good idea. I think the format, like the way they've seeded it, would be very bad. But because it's 3 different qualifiers, I think teams have got a fair chance. All teams have got a fair chance to make it. And it's not come down to like, it's not like last season where SSG just got Gen G 3 times in quarters. And you're like, come on, like this is a bit ridiculous. I think it's an upgrade on last season, to be honest, but it's,
no, the actual
yeah, it's
format is
still a
like
bit
nice,
surprising.
but like the seeding just is weird, in my opinion.
It has led to. I feel like this has had the most skewed groups of any split I can remember, just consistently. But
Has any one
maybe it's
team been
recency bias.
shafted across all regionals? Has any one team like done really well in Swiss every time and landed in the group of death every time because another team trolled?
But even
'Cause
if
it's
you get
possible.
shafted once,
Possible.
it's still like if you go 3-0 out of Swiss, you shouldn't get shafted. Like, and that usually
They got
doesn't
blessed every
happen.
time.
What's
They
that?
got the easiest brackets I've ever seen every single time. Like
Diggs
they always
group
got
definitely in the
always
third
got 3
event
But
was.
then they also did beat NiP twice, so it's like fair enough,
Yeah, of course.
Did they get easy groups? They did get easier groups, but they still had to beat NiP though. Otherwise, NiP would be in the
For
major.
sure.
So
But they still
that's why
got
I'm
3
looking
on
at like
top
the
2s.
actual. But I'm looking at the actual teams who made it. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty good representation of who played the best across the whole split. I'm not seeing like anything weird, like a team Mickey running to a major or a team who should. I don't think there's a team who didn't make the major this season who should be from Europe. Whereas last season NA split 1, I was like, oh, Space Station should definitely be at this major. I think they're better than LG and OG, and they didn't make the major. But this season it's not happened.
Yeah.
So for me, I think the format's done a better job, like selecting the 4 best teams this year. But it's just done it in a bit more of like a,
Roundabout
whoa,
way.
what on earth is that? That's weird.
That's probably
But
a
we
good
have
point.
three quals, so I think it's fine. Like if it was 1 qual, I would be complaining. But there's 3, so I think it's all right. I think it's fine. We like to complain about formats too much. But this one I'm
We love
okay with.
format chat. But if you guys want to get our full in-depth predictions, we do on our Patreon do Chalkcast predictions each week. So patreon.com/Chalkcast, we'll be recording our full NA predictions for this weekend. Last weekend, we didn't quite get the GK one right, if you guys tune into that. But I will say,
I get that, yeah.
I think we went an event early on you guys, Archie, or maybe 2 events early, because I think we had you guys for a top
We
2
did have
or
them top 4, I think it was. I think we
4.
just had the KC Vitality rematch in event 2, but we did have you in a top 4. One event.
But then you guys went like 12th or something. So
What?
that
That's
wasn't
close.
great.
That's close.
12.
But yeah, check those out. Patreon.com/Chalkcast if you want to see those predictions. They'll be up tomorrow. Quick roundup for OCE as well. That's this weekend. Obviously, my region PogChamp. That's going to be fun to watch as well. There's only 5 points separating the top 4. So it's literally anyone's game. Wildcard only got top 4 last event. They didn't win. Your boy Raziers, Archie, is really failing to win an event. He thought he was going to come down and take over the region. His words, not mine. Yet to take over the region. He's gone top 4 and top 2. Top 2 and top 4. So he's 5 points back of Wildcard in the lead. So you got 23 points for Wildcard. Scrims World, who just came out of nowhere, a top 6 team, and won the event, are now on 21 points. They're in second. And then 18 points for Chiefs and TSM. So it's game on. Tune into that. That'll be at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. Convert that to your own time. That'll be...
What time is that for
Johnny?
me?
Wait, what did you say again?
If you want to tune in? 5 p.m. my time. In 4.5 hours from now.
I think that's 6 a.m. in the UK, which is
So there you go.
midnight.
In
You'll get
4.5
morning.
hours. Okay.
Yeah, 6 a.m. I got it.
So I get a nice midnight
Night time for
broadcast.
You get a
Midnight
nice
tuning
midnight
while you're in bed
broadcast.
if you're in NA.
If
Or
you're
if
in,
you're in EU,
if you're
wake up.
Pacific time, nice 10 p.m. stream there. That's pretty good. Nice, good night content.
There you go.
It's pretty easy to fall asleep watching OCE, so I'm sure.
Is it really though? Dude, I don't know. OCE is like intense drama, bro. Like there's
OCE
Well,
so
back when I
deep
watched
over there.
CJ play, it was.
No, Rizzo, think about an entire region of Shopify rebellions. All right.
pretty
Wait,
much-
hold
it's a
on.
good-
I'm
yeah,
in
good.
instantly. It's
No,
perfect.
genuinely, that is
That's
a good
what I'm saying.
description. It is insane. It's actually insane.
Yep. It's entertainment. So there you go. Tune
But,
in. Yeah.
So Raziers is looking to become, well, he's looking to finish off the entire EU colonization of Rocket League. OCE is the only regional that an EU player hasn't won
Mhm.
before. In every
We're
other
gonna keep it
region,
that
an
way.
EU player has won. With CRR and Sam, multiple players in APAC, SSA, unfortunately, and NA. So OCE is the last one. They're defending the EU invasion.
But it's not like, EU didn't send their finest gladiator, like
Whoa,
they
whoa,
sent
whoa.
They sent Archie, I think that, you sent one of your soldiers down here. You thought, we'll just send one of our soldiers down here to OCE and they'll get the job done. But, you didn't send, your winningest
We
gladiator.
didn't send the
you
Great
know what I
White.
mean?
We didn't send Jorias.
You didn't send the
It's
Great
true.
White. That's
We
what
I'm
I'm
didn't
saying.
send the
saying.
Great White.
I mean, bro. I don't think they're gonna win. I don't think they're gonna make major either, to be honest. The Chiefs.
The
Who you
Chiefs,
got
no.
then?
I've got to
TSM?
get TSM and the wildcards, I
Wildcard.
think they're called. Yeah.
Fair enough. It's a good prediction.
Raziers has to win though. Like, bro, come on. It's embarrassing if you don't win a regional there, in my opinion.
I know he was flat after the first event when they
Was
they
he?
just lost
Oh,
a wild
no.
card, which is like, okay, you lost to a top 10, the wild card are a 10 to 12 team in the world based on last season, round 5 of Swiss, but settle down and now he's got top 4. So
When you say he was flat, what exactly does that mean? What was his reaction?
coach just said he was a bit tilted, like he expected to just come down and win, and he's like, what the hell, I just lost to OCE. He thought I'd just come down, I guess, do what Jorius did. So, yeah.
Oh my days.
The wildcard are good, like, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
shout out the team that beat them, bro. Scrims War, bruv. Shout out that
They
team.
played like you guys. Honestly, same thing. They just challenged everything. They just win at every ball.
I heard that, like,
Yeah.
what's the guy called Laxon or something, maybe?
Lax
I was
and
like
peaks
peeking or
as
something.
well.
Was he peeking? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He
I
had-
never heard that guy either, bro.
He dropped like game 7. He dropped over 1K points, and everyone else in the lobby was under 200.
Oh my
He
God.
Oh
just-
my days.
He just
What?
took over.
That's outrageous.
That's respect.
He got the same points as the rest of the lobby combined.
Yeah, he was,
1v5.
he's very mechy. Like I don't know how do you even pronounce that GC in the chat, but he's got all the licks, jumps, and all that kind of freestyle.
Is that the guy who retired like 5 times?
Nah, that's
Or is
Luna.
that
He
someone
can't
else?
do any of that. He's
Okay.
probably in chat as well. He's got none of that. He's the Rizzo of the team.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right.
Nah,
Are we
he's
doing
good.
a couple Patreon? You got a couple Patreon views
Yeah.
before we do that. We've done a couple of Patreon chalked plays episodes. We've combined chalk bonus episodes with us trying to win an SSL tournament. And I won't say any more than that. You guys are gonna need to go and watch. You'll have to get the Patreon and watch to see how we did. But we've tried twice. Yeah, maybe we won twice. You'll have to go check it out. See how well we did.
All right. Speaking of our Patreon, we're going to go to Patreon questions, which we have a pre-jump question from Brendan. This was 3 days ago. He said this.
Holy, it's been sitting on that one.
Massive pre-jump. He said, thoughts on Dignitas, not quote, parentheses? I'm confused. Thoughts on Dignitas, parentheses, pretty obviously throwing the semi-final match against GK to get a better seed for the major. They now play NA seed 4 instead of MENA 1 seed. Pretty obviously.
Isn't it MENA 2 seed? But I think
Oh.
if you said MENA 1, I'm pretty sure it's MENA 2 seed.
Either
but
way, yeah.
that is definitely an easier matchup on paper. NA 4 versus either Twisted Minds or Falcons. But Archie, do you think there's any merit to that claim that Dignitas threw against you guys?
I mean, bro, if you're a pro player, like throwing for it, like, because actually, it's actually better to higher seed and play a harder match first, because then you'll get easier matches later on in the Swiss, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as a professional player, like, no way you wouldn't want to win the regional. Like, it would make no sense for them to. Maybe they did. Maybe that's why we beat them 4-0. Who knows? I guess we
You got world's points, prize money. Like,
yeah,
there's no way
there's
they threw.
season points. Like, I've heard some people so confidently claiming that they threw it. I'm like, this is. I'm surprised that they're this confident about it because I don't see it.
I hadn't watched the Dig
If we got
series.
destroyed by KC for sure, people would say that.
Yeah, that was the main thing for me too. Is like I didn't watch the Dig series. I had heard people say they threw, and then I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Well, now GK's in the final, but then you went and stomped them. So I was like, there's no way Dig threw. Just like by watching that alone, you know, at that point, you're gonna beat KC.
You guys really try to say that okay,
team.
KC threw because they didn't fancy winning 3 regionals in a row. They're like, you know what?
They didn't want it either.
Let's tank our seeding a little bit, take a loss right now because last season we won 3 in a row and didn't win the major. So this time we'll try winning 2. Maybe we'll win the major then because it worked in San Diego. Oh, this is like some, like Reddit's playing some 3D chess here. They're trying to like get another YMC situation, but it's not happening.
I mean, I think the loss for KC is actually good.
For their mental, you mean, or like
for
pressure?
like, I mean, losing like. I mean, because if you just win everything, like as soon as you face a bit of adversity, it can be hard. Like So like Loki us beating them could make them become like the Avengers Part 2. Yeah, like GG.
Because it's better happens now than at the major.
Yeah, so like for sure, like because they can look at that and be like, okay, what do we do wrong? And they probably have loads of things, and they're like, okay. Because bro, if you just win everything, there's nothing you can. I don't know if you can really look at many things and be like, okay, we need to improve because you're already dominating. So. Maybe
there's less to look at for sure.
Yeah. Maybe we'll help them.
Okay, we have another question from Oslo. He says, is it fair to say Joyo is the most beloved pro across the scene? If not, who would you guys have in that spot? I mean, I can't say it in a week, but I would also throw JKnaps in that list. I feel like he's just like, there's not many people who just like dislike him. Like, and if you do, you suck.
JKnaps a good shot.
I'd throw VK Sailing in there.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's good. That's a solid pick.
Archie's favorite CDM.
Oh wow, did a job for me in that FM save. Honestly, no. I think Joyo's been getting a bit of hate recently, bro.
Yeah, I've seen that a little bit.
Now we won. He's back. He's gonna get glazed. Now we won again, but he was actually getting a lot of hate. To be fair, for the past few months. So maybe by real fans he's beloved, but by like the haters he's been hated on recently.
I'd say I don't think you pick anyone from NA and EU because you're gonna get the hate. So I think you have to go to a region where no one can hate them, like Realize.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, mind melded there. Yeah, Realize. Everybody was happy when he won a series at LAN. And
now he's getting like 2K viewers when he streams because the Japanese rock is absolutely.
Yeah.
See, Japan got like 15K viewers or something.
Yes.
What did they average before? Do you know?
Like 150 probably.
What? That's insane.
Well, it's not on the main channel, so it's
I know,
it's just
but
yeah.
I didn't think it'd go from 150 to 15,000.
Yeah, so some big Japanese like YouTubers or streamers or something. I don't know who they are personally, but they're all getting into Rocket League and they're watching for the RLCS, APAC, and they're collabing with Realize. It's amazing. Yeah, top Japanese streamers.
He deserves it. Legend, absolute legend.
He does. Yeah, and that's really cool because like the Asia is a region with the most untapped potential for
massively
fans and viewership. Like you hear about viewership, any game, any esport that has APAC or especially China like support, the viewer numbers are just silly. You're just like, they have how many viewers? Like, I don't know if they're all real, but I'm sure a lot of them are real. The numbers just make us seem so ridiculous. Over here in the West, esport is way smaller than it is in like China, Korea.
Just to give context on that, like we did the FIFA E World Cup, the Rocket League, the mobile FIFA E game is massive in Southeast Asia, like Malaysia as well.
Indonesia, right?
Indonesia, like it is ridiculous, the viewership. Like, to give context, YouTube stream FIFA E World Cup, like the VOD, has 178,000 views. The final for Rocket League. The FIFA E World, the eFootball Mobile Edition has 3 million. So that's nearly like 25x
days, bro.
Yeah, it's nuts. And there was millions. And TikTok, there was like millions watching on TikTok and stuff because they're all on their phones. They've all got, the Southeast Asian mobile gaming market is ridiculous. So we need to tap in, realize, unlock the door for us. We're in there.
Mm-hmm.
Tap in. This one I'm going to aim towards Archie here, but this comes from Rob. He says, is there a way you like to train game sense and just playing super smart? Have you ever thought specifically about training your game sense, or is it something that...
I think, to be honest, like, it's either you're brain dead or you're smart.
Got it, yo.
and that's honestly like just a thing. Like, I think it just depends on who you are as a person and how you see things, because like you can't learn game sense, to be honest with you.
What? Yes, you can.
Nah,
yes, you totally can.
Well,
I think you definitely can
I'll tell you a lot of pros can't. I'll tell you.
Okay, name 3.
You can't learn.
Oli.
Let's hear. Yeah.
OCE.
Mm-hmm.
My boy. There's 3 for you.
Oh my days.
No, but it's true. Like, some people just see the game.
They're both in chat.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. It's a big respect. Good players, but a little bit brain dead. But like, I think people like either think the game differently, and those guys just think with a ball chase mindset compared to me. I see the game like a board of checkers. And they see it like,
you just said chess.
You just said checkers. Why didn't you say chess? Why did you say checkers, bro?
Game ever.
No, because the game is simple. No, but the game is simple. It's not chess.
Okay.
Like, they're playing more like,
okay.
What game could they play? Like, they're throwing a little ball into a hole, bruv. Like, there's no real thing. Just throw the ball
playing
into the wall. Yeah.
They're playing handball over here. Archie's playing checkers. To be fair though, checkers, like, maybe you're playing the version where aren't you like forced to make moves in checkers? Like, if you can capture, you have to. Archie's just like moving one of his, well, I think they're called checkers. And then the other player's like, well, I guess I just have to fall into your trap now. Is that how you play? You're like more of a checkers player than a chess player.
I mean, I don't like, you see my gameplay, bruv. Like, hitting a reset for me is like insane. So I have to win different ways.
That's like a knight fork. It's too mechanical. Yeah, we're more like.
You see OCE, Oli, even Joyo, bruv. Like, they're all hitting triple resets for like easily, and then you see me, I got 1 reset. And
ceiling reset though.
Wow. Like hype me up like I just scored the best goal in the world. Yeah, mechanics, you got brain dead, no OCE, because Batira and Zen are not really brain dead like you. But you're a bit brain. OCE, you're brain dead, G. Why not? You go ball chase, you go force. But yeah, like, to be honest, I think Rocket League's a game where you got the IQ or you don't, and some people just don't got the IQ like that.
Simple enough.
Yeah.
We're out here playing handball. Archie's playing checkers.
That's like the
self-roast.
Confident self-roast.
I see the game like a board of checkers.
It's the first time I've ever heard that said, and then backed up with evidence.
That is going to do it for us. We appreciate you guys all so much for listening and watching. If you guys miss any part of the podcast, be sure to check it out on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. A special thank you to Archie for joining us. I was going to say as always, but it basically is as always, because every time we ask him, he's like, I'm down. So we absolutely
You know
love
me,
that.
I'm always available.
Exactly. So thank you so much, Archie, once again for joining the Chalkcast. And with that being said, we will see you all next time.
Bye bye.
See you.